Pisces. Welcome. Madame will see you now. So Pisces, what's going to happen is we're going to have a reading. And it will be according to the thumbnail for the beginning of July. But honestly, for any time you stumble upon it. I will be showing you some pictures and saying some words about these pictures. And hopefully they will form some stories in the end. And then I'll be telling you these stories the way I can, and you will be understanding these stories the way you can. One thing to keep in mind though, Pisces, is that it is scientifically not possible to predict future with a piece of paper. So, with this out of the way, what can happen here is that these pieces of paper can stimulate your imagination, and your imagination is what shapes your reality. It works like this. You see here something that is perhaps familiar to you, perhaps not. And you think that you want to have it, and you say, yeah, that's my story. And it's your story. If you see here something that you might know or might not know, but you definitely do not want in your life, you just forget all about it, and it's not part of your story. This is how it works. If you want to say thank you for the reading, you can click the what is it with me talking? It's always something with you, Pisces. You know what? I do a lot of readings, but whenever I read for Pisces, something happens while I'm dealing the cards. And it somehow says something about the reading. Sometimes it's about timing. Sometimes, the cards are falling out of order and it just means some chaos. This time, I think there might be some issues with communication. Maybe you want to say something, but you just physically can't because you have a lump in your throat. Or maybe you just start saying something, stop yourself. We'll see. So, I was saying, Pisces, if you want to say thank you for this reading, you can click the like button. You can subscribe to the channel. You can recommend it or share it with somebody. You can buy me a coffee. There's a link in the description below. If you don't feel like any of this but still want to say thanks, you can just do something good in the world. Just make somebody smile. That's perfectly fine. If you have a bad day, a bad mood, if you hate me, the reading, the world in general, I don't know what, please let it out. Click the dislike button. Don't bottle it in. It's not healthy. Okay? Now that we talked about everything, let us see what we have. We have the 9. Is it a 9? Yes, we have a 9 of Wands in the upright and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. We have the 8 of Cups in the upright, the Phoenix in the reverse. We have the flowers and the tree. You might be dealing with a difficult situation around your family, your home, something that's dear to you. And I don't see it's like being life-changing or something, but it's really eating at your physical resources. Like, you don't sleep enough, you might not eat enough, you might walk away from something that you would like to do because you don't have time enough for it. But you're pushing through to whatever it is because you have to. Because it's for something that you love. It's not necessarily about home. It might be also about something about your principles. It might be a situation at work, a difficult project that you might drop, but it's against your rules, so you work till the end to finish it, because you're not a quitter. It might be something, I don't know, you're working on a charity or NGO project, And it's really demanding, but you sacrifice everything. It's not sacrificing, it's not the energy of sacrifice. It's temporarily not paying attention to your own needs. Is it healthy? I don't think so, but we will see. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Magician in the reverse. We have the Temperance. We have the Unicorn in the reverse, the Ring in the reverse, and the Anchor in the upright. You're trying. Against maybe your own better judgment, you're trying. It's a little bit like firefighting, you know? You try just to push through whatever it is. You realize that you might not have all the necessary let's call it tools, skills, abilities to do it, but you just think about new possibilities to do it. And you try to keep calm and carry on. You try, but it's difficult. I'm not laughing because there's anything funny. I just, it's a very valiant effort that you're having here, but it's difficult. But you're trying nonetheless. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Queen of Wands in the upright. We have the Earthworm in the reverse and the Snake in the reverse and the Book in the reverse. I think whatever it might be, whatever the situation it might be that you're trying to solve, you need to invent the way to solve it yourself. There's no good and no bad way to solve it. There's no fast and no quick way to solve it. You have to do the impossible all by yourself. This is how it feels. Because you can't attack it. And you can't wait for it to, too long. You can't be shy about it. But you can't also be scheming about it. You have to take the reality. There's no book that was written about it. No rules to this game. You have to take the reality into your own hands and shape it to win this game. And from looking at it, we'll have a look at other cards. I don't know what it is, Pisces, but with you I always stop looking at the cards and just get some weird ideas. Let's call it like this. So what I'm seeing here in this development, that it might start with a situation like you have to solve something difficult at work and you're pushing through. But maybe even unbeknownst to yourself, without realizing it, you make it to your way of living. You might unconsciously even put yourself in the situation where this pressure continues. And at some point you find yourself surfing this alone because nobody ever done this like you do it. So it's a dangerous game you're playing here, Pisces. So be careful. Because also this feeling of, you know, living at the limit is addictive sometimes, and it's, yeah. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. We have the Knight of Wands in the upright. We have the Knight of Cups in the upright. We have the Shark. We have the Tower and the Clover in the reverse. You go out dating. This is what I see here. It might be just to, you know, do something against the stress. To elaborate, you feel unhappy alone. And you go looking for not being alone. And you're not exactly looking for something permanent. You're looking for a little bit of romance and a little bit of passion. And something where you don't need to decide anything. Where you can just receive control and let the other person take over. I see here dating apps. Yeah, dating apps. Just searching people that would fulfill this requirement, that would match this profile. We have the Strength in the upright, the Six of Swords in the reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, the Crocodile in the reverse, the Man in the reverse, and the Coffin in the upright. Okay, I'm trying to put it into words so it doesn't sound offensive, because I don't mean it in an offensive way, but with this search for somebody, you might settle for the first candidate that more or less matches your requirements. That's what I'm seeing here. You don't want to wait. You don't really care who this is. You feel that it might be it, and you just go for it. See you not wanting to search anymore. You just want to feed this fire inside you. To put it into words like this. So really, honestly, it's for you just to find somebody to be this person that you imagine them to be. You don't really care about them. You just take what you get, because that's enough for now. I'm sorry to put it like this, but this is how it looks. We have the Eight of Cups in the reverse, the Four Swords in the upright, the Chariot, the Otter in the reverse, the Sun in the reverse, and the Dice in the reverse. I see here you just keep dating random people. I'm not judging or anything. It's just you know, when you see that one doesn't really work, you just move to the next one, and you're totally fine with this for a moment. You're totally comfortable with this. You don't want to change it. it gives you a peace of mind, maybe. So if it's good for you, you do you. I mean, it's cool. It's just so you're aware. Maybe if you already have it, but you just don't realize it, this might be it. We have Nine of Pentacles. Yes, you're actually okay with yourself. Seven of Wands in the upright. Princess of Swords in the reverse. The octopus, the letter, and the bridge in the reverse. Huh. And then you just stop. That's what I can say. You just stop and enjoy being alone. What can I say? You clearly communicated to this person. You don't care about them. You don't, look them up online after that to see what they're doing, or, they as in plural, because it might be several people. And you just put a stop to this dating because you don't feel like it anymore, and that's it. And you live happily ever after. Until the next reading, at least. But yeah, so Pisces. To summarize, first of all, you're pushing through a difficult situation with forgetting about your own needs. And it might get slightly a little bit addictive for you because, you're the only one who can solve it in the end. And it might be like a very dopamine releasing experience. Maybe to compensate for this, everything that you go through, you start dating people. Because you're looking for romance and passion, but not really for people. You're just looking for these experiences. So I see dating apps and just people changing. So whenever you find a person who's, where you can tick all the boxes, you settle for them for a while. Then if you see that it's not working, then you select the next person, which is totally fine and healthy actually. And you're fine with it for a while. But after a while you decide that maybe you've had enough, maybe you got what you needed, and you put an end to it, and you go your way along to new adventures. Good for you, Pisces. And Madame will see you again. It's not